What's up? We got a little baseball today. We got a shit show for weather. We got Joey Work here. We got JJ here. We got Mike Carr. Mike, here you go. There you go. This is the mood I'm in today. You want to keep it up? Get the hell out of here. That's where we are. Okay, we're gonna have a good baseball show. I got great analysts today, and if you got a problem, goodbye. I'll put your ass in timeout. That's just where I am this afternoon.
I want to be very clear. I want to be very clear that if Holden puts somebody in timeout, I'm going to take them out of timeout. I don't think
I'll put them back in timeout. I'll put your ass in timeout.
I don't think it's fair to the chat who's just trying to have some constructive, criticism of you.
That's not constructive criticism. That's being an asshole. All right, so here's the weather today. Cleveland, Boston, not good. Could get rained out. Atlanta and the Mets, already rained out. White Sox, Rays, if they play, it's 45 degrees with winds out to left field, but it's not good. It's not looking good. Pittsburgh, Washington, you and I were talking about this, Joey Work. It's probably gone. Royals, Twins, interesting weather, 45 degrees, winds blowing out to right field at 20. And then, hey, JJ, did you watch? Oh, here's Gator Nation. This is the one guy that always wants to drop in chat. Hey, Gator Nation, eat it. You're in timeout, and do not take them out, JJ, because I'll put your ass in timeout. So that's where we are. What'd you think of the Mexico City games yesterday, guys? It was a good time.
Yeah, so I said it on the show yesterday. The ball just absolutely nukes out of that park. 15.5 total obviously felt high in general, but last year, I forgot whether it was 2 years ago, whether the last time I had games here, didn't those play into the 20s? It's just 11 home runs yesterday. Yeah. Now, maybe there's an overreaction we could talk on today with how it's 5 runs higher today, but what a fun park. I think, Holden, I think they should play most of the games in that type of park or that type of altitude. Use composite or aluminum bats, make steroids mandatory, and let's have some 35 to 40 baseball games every day. I think everybody would enjoy the sport a lot more that way.
Yeah, I think every team should have to play in Mexico City. Right? What'd you think of that, Joey? Come on, 11 home runs?
It's hard not to like it, right? I think they hit 17 fly balls, 11 of them were for fucking home runs. Today, I know it's steamed up to 20.5 already on the total today. I mean, arguably 2 worst pitchers going. I mean, if you're betting the under, fucking God bless.
20, how do you bet an over at 20.5 runs? I've done it before in game. I think I bet a 23.5 just because I wanted to say I did and it went over. But how do you bet over 20?
I mean, if you're watching a game today, make sure it's that one.
Yeah. And here, you know what? A great point. Home run derby, Mexico City. Let's go.
That would be sick.
600-foot shots. 600-foot shots.
Somebody would hit 100.
JJ, you actually have time to hang out today. No NASCAR. It got rained out, huh?
Yeah. Regardless, the show's going to end at 1:00. Holden, we're not here to jerk each other off for 3 hours. So just do your job. I mean, it's not we're not asking you to cure cancer.
There you go.
The kid in the booth.
Just move the show along. Okay?
A lot of guys are out today too. Obviously, with the Sunday, the Angels without Rendon and Tyler Ward. Benintendi's out. Yandy and Siri out for the Rays. Winkard and Yelich are out for the Milwaukee. Kike's out. Drew Maggi sent back to the minors. And then Chris Bryant's out for the Rockies. And hey, JJ, did you know Joey was actually at the Maggi game? How was that in Pittsburgh?
It was awesome. First off, I sat right behind the fucking Pirates dugout for $50. I wore my Dodgers hat and I was screaming at the Dodgers the whole time. Screaming at the third base coach the whole time. He kept turning around. He didn't know it was me because I got a Dodger cap on. Basically, I mean, the Dodgers lineup they tried out there was absolutely horrendous. Jason Hayward was batting third. I was screaming hey, Hayward's batting third. He wouldn't bat third on my team. And it's a bunch of 40-year-olds who can't even get to first base. But yeah, it was absolutely amazing. It was an awesome game, awesome atmosphere. First time at PNC Park. Very, very nice park. I do advise if you can get there, definitely go there.
Julio Rodriguez is out, so the hits keep coming. We'll keep you up to date with what's going on. But first, let's get into these games. Pirates, Nationals, Oviedo, and Josiah Gray, the pitching matchup. It's 8.5 total. And then you know what? Now it's plus 120 for the Nationals. Gray on, that's not a bad look. Joey, what do you got on Pirates Nats today? And then we can talk a little DFS with JJ too.
Yeah, so this one looks like the most likely to get rained out. I do like Johan Oviedo. As Run Pure Bet subscribers know, I've backed him multiple times this year. I know he had a rough last start against the Dodgers, but before that, I mean, he had 4 good starts in a row. He only allowed 2 total earned runs in that span. He's got a lot of really, really good stuff. Strikeout numbers are pretty damn high as well. And this Pirates team is first in division. I think they have maybe the second best record in baseball behind the Rays, playing very, very good baseball. On the other end, Josiah Gray, I know he struggled his first start of the year versus Atlanta. He struggled, but since then he's pitched really, really good. Hasn't allowed more than 2 earned runs. He actually only allowed 4 total earned runs in his next 4 starts. He's got at least 5 innings in every single start. As long as he's not walking people, he should be pretty good. So I do expect an under here. Obviously, with the weather, I stayed completely away because the weather is definitely in question here. I lean under if I prefer the first 5, rather than not mess with the bullpens, but I'm just going to stay away.
Yeah, JJ, it's a stay away in DFS too. DFS betting, I just don't want to mess with it.
Yeah, I think there's games like this where, totals pop and there's big bats at cheap prices or, decent pitching matchups overall where you kind of want to take a chance on the lower projected ownership versus with the weather. But this is definitely not one of those cases. Just skip it and move on.
All right, Cleveland at the Red Sox today, 11:35. We got Sale on the mound against Logan Allen. I actually got a bet from this one. Total's 8.5. Juice to the over, 115 minus 115. Guardians a 105 dog at plus 105 minus 125 for the Red Sox. I mean, from a betting side, another game here could have a ton of rain. Joey Work.
You're handing it over to me?
Yeah, I'm just saying Joey Work. When I say your name, just take it and run with it.
He's like, I got a bet in this game. I'll hand it to Joey Work.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, I actually got a bet in this game.
Well, I don't want to share it. Actually,
you want to hear me say,
and you win.
He wanted to hear me tell like the other side. He wanted to make sure I didn't say I don't like his bet and I'm betting something else.
No, if you don't like my bet, I hope you say something.
Dog or pass here. I think last Sunday was Logan Allen's first start of the year, right? So he hasn't pitched since Sunday. We talked about this last week. This is not the Logan Allen from old. I know he's a lefty, same name, but this is the young Logan Allen. He pitched really good, 8 strikeouts in his first start against Miami. He is getting a Boston team historically good versus lefties, but I mean, Chris Sale, how the fuck is Chris Sale still a favorite here? Chris Sale has had one good start all year. Last start, he had 0 strikeouts in 5 innings. He gave up 9 hits to the Orioles in Baltimore, which is a fucking pitcher-friendly park. Now, I mean, this is definitely dog or pass. You could probably take full game if you want. Just take Cleveland full game. Again, the weather is definitely somewhat in question. Bullpen-wise, I'm pretty sure Cleveland is better than Baltimore to start. I mean, Cleveland is better than – they're both middle of the pack. Actually, Cleveland is definitely better than Boston so far. So, if you prefer, I definitely – it's dog or pass here. Obviously, 65% rain. I'm going to stay away, but I'm not putting my money on Chris Sale.
Yeah, again, it's rain. JJ, any betting plays here? And then just from a DFS side, I kind of want to target Sale at this point. It's not – and the Indians or the Guardians offense has not been bad as of late too. It started with the Rockies series, and they've kind of carried it on. What do you got from this one? Cleveland at Boston.
So it looks like, maybe I'm looking at different weather. It looks like this game will play.
Okay.
It's not perfect, but it looks like it'll end up playing. It looks like Chris Sale, am I seeing this right? 22%, 20% ownership today, just because of his price.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I feel like Holden, if you're looking at a leverage spot, great to betting wise, obviously you want to fade Sale, that's fine. But I think if you're somebody who wants no part of it, I think you could just get away with just not playing Sale and not playing the bats either way, because the way that the slate's going to break out, the main slate anyway, with the rain in the mix at various spots and trying to find cheap value at pitching, Sale's going to pop on certain boards, even though his numbers have been terrible. I don't totally mind Sale, but Logan Allen, we mentioned this last week. He's Logan Allen number 2, maybe AKA the real Logan Allen. Tremendous in the minors, and as he comes here, he's shown just as much upside in his first start. A little tougher matchup for him here, but either way, to me personally, I actually think it's an overpass. But again, it's not exactly perfect weather for that either. But for folks who want to jam in Sale today, great, do it. But if you're somebody who's looking to be super contrarian, I don't think you necessarily have to play the bats on the other side for Cleveland. I think you could just fade Sale and move on. If he's going to be 20% owned and he gets blown up, he'll be fine anyway.
Yeah, I think he's a head case right now, and that's probably the biggest issue that he's having. And Logan Allen looked great. Love what he did. Cleveland offense is up, so I took the first 5 in this game. I don't want to mess with the bullpens. First 5, Guardians plus 105. You can get that just about anywhere out there. So slight dog, and I'll take them through 5. I also got to tell everybody, like button would be great. Look at these beautiful men that I'm with today. JJ and Joey. Really,
my guy Timmy B in the house. What up, Timmy?
What's for $1? What does that mean?
$4. That's how I sell my sports cards. $4. That's what I'm known for on the Whatnot app. Shout out my guy Timmy, coming over from Whatnot, coming over from the cards to come support the Run Pure side. How about that?
My favorite part of that is Joey Work just yells and screams, and then everybody starts buying stuff.
That's right.
I feel like we might have to do that.
I sold a Sharpie for $21.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, people love the hype. Joey Work hype. Let's go.
Get on to runpurebets.com, runpuresports.com. 15% off with the code. I don't even know who. Gary15. Gary up to obviously.
Imagine Gary's not even the show. He's fucking giving out his promo code. Are you
shady
kidding, dude?
Shit going on with Gary. He says he's there for work. Nobody goes to Thailand for work. I'm sorry.
Thailand is a great place. Don't knock Thailand.
I know you love it. And I know you went there as a single man. I'm just saying, single middle-aged men, it is littered with them apparently in Thailand.
Yeah, I actually went with my girl when I went, so you don't even listen when I talk, but I still like you.
No. I did. It's Gary. Gary's out there right now. So
Gary's not single either.
All right, I'm putting you back in timeout, Gator. I just don't like you. I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Actually, sure. No, don't put him in timeout.
Leave him in there.
Holden, you're better. You're better than the timeouts. You're better than that.
I do like timeouts, though. Kind of.
Gator, all the singles I give away for free.
Great. You love timeouts so much. We'll see you in a few minutes.
I do. I needed a timeout, and now I'm up top.
You've been up top the whole time.
Yeah. This is actually perfect because I could do the next game because that's how this show should be rolling. And Holden, we could finally get your opinion on bets you actually made because I
already did it.
You started the last one with a bet. I made this bet and then you didn't even say it. Actually, Joey, did he say it at all?
Yeah, I just did it at the end. Plus 105.
Cleveland first 5. Good stuff, Holden. Good stuff. Keep up the good work. Next game up, Toronto, Seattle, Chris Bassett, Marco Gonzalez. I'll actually read the line because Holden hasn't been doing that either. Toronto minus 190.
What are you talking about? I absolutely have read every freaking line we've done.
All right, guys. Do you want me to just run the show? Both you guys get timeouts. Like, can you guys simmer down a little bit? We're a team here. Let's be nice to each other. I know the chat's riling each other up. JJ, continue. Sorry. You're doing great. Both of you.
I appreciate it. It means a lot to me, Joey. Thank you. So anyway, Toronto minus 190, Seattle plus 170. You get Marco Gonzalez on the road against a basically fully loaded Blue Jays lineup today. Joey, our resident weatherman today, what are we looking at for precipitation here?
Should we? I don't know. It's in a fucking dome.
This is what JJ takes over for.
It's in a dome.
Holden, the first 2 shows has relied on Joey for weather. I asked the third game for weather, and what is Joey?
Where's the game? Where's the game?
It's in Toronto.
Yeah, and they have a fucking dome there, so there's no precipitation.
Calm down, Holden.
I'm taking this back. I don't want to hear it. That's it. You seem
like you're in an absolutely brutal mood, and it's taking down the whole show a bunch of levels.
Marco Gonzalez, Chris Bassett, 9.5 total. Seattle plus 170. No Julio Rodriguez today, Joey Work.
We'll go to JJ first because I think he wanted to talk on this game.
I'm sure he did because he thinks it's going to rain out in a dome.
I'm just trying to understand where Holden's anger is coming from today because it's kind of ruining the whole show. So breathe.
You think it's ruining stuff?
Breathe a few deep breaths. We'll be fine. We'll get the show going. As for this spot, I think it's an ultimate nuke spot for the Jays. The problem is in relation to DFS is they're going to be way owned today in the DFS street. So up to you if you want to leverage against that. But Marco's an easy fade for me. You could roll Jay's team total over if you'd like. It's 5. But overall, I do like the spot for Toronto's bats in this spot. But again, try to the guys you're going to play from a DFS perspective. I would play from 4 on backwards. Just make yourself a little different because I think 1, 2, 3 is going to be heavily owned on the DFS end. I think going Danny Jansen at the bottom. He's always good for a home run. It seems like, and then going 1 through 1. You'd go Jansen at 8, Bichette, Vlad, Chapman, and maybe throw Kirk or Merrifield in there. You see, at least the good sports in the chat are could be a sprinkler system issue on the field today.
Yeah,
see?
The chat's good.
At least people are coming to my aid. Leaky roof. You just never know. Holden.
Yep.
Yeah. Great point, JJ.
You can go back to angrily hosting again.
No, I'm very happy now. You told me to settle down. Told me to take a couple deep breaths, and I did that. And now I'm a very pleasant person now. Very pleasant.
That's all we needed.
Perfect.
Nice.
Orioles Tigers if I remember correctly, Joey Work has a play in this game. The total's 8.5. Tigers plus 130. What do you got in this game, Joey?
Yeah, so I did give out my picks overnight. I gave out over 8. I'm fine with the over 8.5, whatever number is still available. So basically, these two teams played a doubleheader yesterday. Yep, doubleheader yesterday. And the Tigers have been scoring again. Spencer Turnbull is going for the Tigers. So he missed the entire season last year. He's back this year. He's pitched 22 innings, 18 earned runs thus far. He continues to walk people, and he's pitching to contact, a lot to contact. He gets a Orioles team who has been – the offense has been really good. Really, the problem is what was going on in the pitching staff. So I know the first 2 starts of the year, Bradish pitched good. I knew a blow-up was coming. Last start, he got killed at home too versus the Red Sox gave up 7 earned in 2 2/3. And his surface numbers are decent so far, but past that, like the last couple of years, his numbers are good. He was a career minor leaguer for a while. And his advanced numbers are not very good at all. The Tigers have scored as of late. Their offense has come alive. So as I mentioned, they both played double headers yesterday. The both teams used, so Orioles used, I want to say 7 arms out of the bullpen in that second game. So they used probably about 8 arms total, almost they almost unleashed the whole bullpen yesterday, and the Tigers used a good amount themselves. So both teams' bullpens are not rested at all. So I definitely over 8.5. I like that number. We're in both. I would expect after first 5, there's got to be if you prefer, when I bet overs, I prefer the full game because these bullpens are absolutely terrible. And as I mentioned, both bullpens are definitely not rested, we'll say that. So over 8.5 is a full play for me. Advanced numbers for both the starters are bad. Bullpens are not very good. That's where we're at.
Okay. Joey likes the over, JJ. Anything from this game as far as DFS?
Nothing too much. I do think you're going to see some decently popular stacks here just because of certain cheap pricing on the Detroit end. And you could even get a few Baltimore bats. Turnbull at times in his career has had pretty tough reverse splits, especially against the right side of the dish. So it goes back to Joey's over. Don't mind it at all. Weather's not perfect by any means for an over, but definitely two tough pitchers and bats that are swinging well.
That's why I like Mateo. I know he's hitting 7th at $4,500. Who's rostering Jorge Mateo today?
I mean, how many steals has the guy got? The Orioles have been stealing bases. I think they got the second most steals in baseball. This team has been stealing bases going out of style too. Yeah,
they're always running, so that's good. Like button to be great. And your dad's in the chat. Is this really your dad?
I'm starting to realize how the lack of hobbies he actually has. It's starting to hit me now. Like the amount of free time he has at his disposal.
Is that really him?
It's got to be.
Can we confirm that?
It's got to be.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, I don't know. And then he says this. How does he know I eat gummies? And I'm perfect. You know what? I do need to eat some. They need to kick in, and then maybe I'll be in a better mood. Okay. Like button would be great.
We're not going to talk on Liliana. Giving a quick shout to Holden.
Hi, Liliana. If you're a member, terrific. Hit me up in Discord. We could talk and say hi. If you're not a member, use the code Gary15 for 15% off your first payment of a monthly subscription. It'll be great. What is this? He wants your dad on the show, JJ.
If only life was that simple.
I mean, your dad is bored.
He would just prefer to be a keyboard warrior on Sunday mornings.
Your dad is bored. And I don't know who he's calling a dickwad. It could be me. It could be you. It could be both of us. And then here, Pete Comedy. Yeah, you get the winners from work, and you get humor from the two of us. It's great. Wonderful. Next game. Raising
all right, guys, if you want to sign up, run pure bets, runpuresports.com. What are we doing?
What do you mean?
15 is the fucking promo code. I can't even believe this guy gave out Gary's promo code. He's not even on the fucking show. He didn't even show up.
I never give mine.
Yeah.
Never give mine.
Well, give mine. What are you doing?
Is it just Joey? Joey 15?
15, WERK 15. Yeah. How are we doing so far this year? Guess what? I'm going to talk my shit because if I'm going to be, I'm going to be fucking, oh, hey guys, I'm doing this good. No, I'm fucking 51-38 to start the year plus 16.55 units. Okay. Being humble is going to leave me fucking underappreciated and underpaid. So I'm talking my shit. Who else is doing that? Every game, every play, fully fucking tracked. Sign up.
I love how like just me and Holden are both like way back in our chairs, like as if he's yelling right at us. We're just like
it's scary. I'll be honest with you. I'd sign up just because of the fear. I would just do it. I'd sign up. I'd use work with an E15. And if you want to buy a $21 Sharpie, this is your man right
Later
here.
Tonight, 7:30 tonight, I'll be selling Sharpies.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right. We promoted the shit out of that. Rays White Sox is next. Again, bad weather there. 45 degrees, winds blowing out, left center field, 17 miles an hour. So I'm off of this game in DFS. And then Tim Anderson's coming back on Tuesday. Good for him. So he's not playing today. Anything, Joey Work, 8.5 total, Rays -190 without Yandy and Jose Siri.
Yeah, and what's his name's also out because he didn't run his single out yesterday, and he got thrown out at first. Not Eloy. What's the other guy?
Oh, Luis Robert.
Yeah, Luis Robert didn't run the ball out,
right.
so he got he's not in the lineup today. I mean, the Rays 23-5. This team just scores out their ass. They were down 2-1 into the 7th. The White Sox bullpen's got to be the worst in baseball. Gives up 9 runs that inning, and they fucking lose the game 9-2. I prefer Clevenger over Rasmussen. I know a lot of people have hard-ons for Rasmussen. Not up in here. I do expect some runs. Again, this is rain, 17 miles an hour out, 60% rain. I expect runs here from both sides. But, I mean, Tampa Bay is definitely, obviously, the better of the two teams here. -190, no chance in hell am I fucking betting that. Maybe if you want to lay the run and a half, have a day. I'm not doing it. I'm staying away, but over's the lean.
Yeah, JJ, I mean, you're in DFS to start with this one. You're getting the Rays guys probably at no ownership today because of the weather, if you want to roll it out there. Plus, they're missing a couple of starters. So maybe you can get creative there if you want to build a Rays stack. Any thoughts on this game betting DFS?
Yeah, I think the Rays stack is not a bad idea at all, just because Clevenger's his advanced stuff is like nuke-esque. It was nice to see him finally get rocked in his last start. Obviously, it's not the Clevenger we remember of old, at least not to start this year. So it could be another tough outing for him. But again, another game where weather's not fun, and it's not fun swinging a bat in cold weather. I will say this, though. Drew Rasmussen, Joey's not a him guy. If Rasmussen was on the Yankees, Joey Work would be a huge Drew Rasmussen guy.
Yeah, he'd be the fucking 4th starter on the Yankees.
I always appreciate the non-biased takes.
Yeah, wait till we get to the game, the non-biased, all right?
Don't be betting against my Yankees.
You're Yankees now. This guy's now a Yankee fan, right? He talks shit about the Yankees. When it comes playoff time, he's at every fucking game, taking pictures, put him on Twitter with his girl. He wears his Yankee hat more than I do, but he don't like the Yankees.
Don't be talking
shit
about
about
the Yankees.
How many jerseys he's got in his closet, Holden?
4.
Probably about that. Yeah, he's got
one's a shirtsy. One's a shirtsy though. Yeah, it's probably got like a mantle on the back of it because he wants to go old school. Who's your favorite old Yankee player, JJ?
Alex Rodriguez.
Shut the fuck.
That was good. That was good. That shows he's not a real Yankee fan.
Definitely a Yankee.
There's actually not even a close second. It's Alex Rodriguez, and then I don't know, like way down the list at number 2 would be I don't know, Joe DiMaggio, maybe. Maybe we'll see what happens.
Mine is Don Mattingly. Thanks for asking.
Don Mattingly, the best. Love the Don Mattingly.
We gave the host a perfect segue.
Was A-Rod ever with J-Lo? Is that who he was with? Like, who was the hot, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was banging her like a fucking year ago, dude.
All right. So you got A-Rod and J-Lo and Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe. Who cleaned up better in that trade?
I mean, A-Rod's banged like every celebrity there is. Like A-Rod's the stone cold winner there.
Okay, I feel like Joe DiMaggio because he got the woman.
I hold him because you were hanging out with him at bars in the 40s and 50s.
I was. I actually met him, and he was a really sweet man. I'm gonna be honest. He let me cut in line for his autograph. I told him he was my grandpa's favorite player ever, and he got robbed by Cianfrocco or whatever hell guy was in the outfield. He says, "Your grandpa's a very smart man." We talked for another second. That was it. So get the fuck out of here.
I just can't believe Holden's touting. Yeah. This dude.
Holden could be my grandpa.
Prowess. Like it's like Holden's like, yeah, I was his wingman. I was his wingman in the late 50s. We both used to skip town in New York City together. grab drinks. I used to take grenades for him. It was just a
That's
typical
like 12, dude. I didn't take any grenades for Joe DiMaggio.
That's what you're implying.
We got a nice crowd today. Give us a like. That'd be terrific.
How many people are watching?
Huh?
How many people are watching?
About 350 right now.
Jeter's my second. Jago, Jeter's my second favorite. Hit the like button. What are we doing?
First of all, I truly believe Jeter was juicing and they didn't want to admit it.
Yeah, all right. So was half the fucking league.
Call that a hot take. I don't care. I think he was juicing, and it would have been terrible for the sport if he was juicing. So
I have no proof. Well,
Ken Griffey Jr.
I think that LeBron is too. I think your boy LeBron is. I don't think it's natural what's happening at this age.
LeBron's the greatest athlete that's ever lived.
We all deny it. We all deny it, right?
I don't give a shit. Boy, he's not hitting home runs like fucking basketball. Who's ever gotten in trouble for juicing in basketball?
Nobody. And they use EPO. If you're going to use it, and then you can just run up and down the court like nothing. All right. Anyways, he didn't do it, but I think he did.
All right, on to the next game.
All right, let's do it.
First, Milwaukee Brewers.
Hold on. No. Let me go in order.
JJ first to start this one.
No, let me go in order because this whole thing will get fucked up if we go out of order. Okay,
sure.
We'll get to them next. All right, so Royals Twins, and this is a DFS bonanza for the Twins.
Same time
total.
Same time.
Royals plus 180. What are you laughing about?
Because the game is the same time as the Angels game, and you're like, no, we got to do this in exact order.
Yeah, because I have everything in order, and that's it. Let me just do it in order. This thing's going off the rails again, and we don't need that. We already got one host that's not happy because the show went off the rails. We don't need more. Okay? So, anyways, on a DFS side from this game, I think there's some pretty good plays. I think Polanco's a pretty good play. I think Kepler's a good play. I think Larnach's a good play. I think any left-hander in that Twins lineup is pretty good play. But we'll get Joey's thoughts on betting first. You got anything on this game?
I don't have any bets. This Twins team definitely has good BVP versus Mr. Singer. And how good has Sonny Gray been this year, right? 29 innings, 2 total earned runs, 34 strikeouts. The guy's been absolutely amazing. He's pitched at least 5 innings every single start. I think this is a crush game probably for the Twins. They probably win by margin. Again, I'm not going to lay a run line on a home team. So this is a stay away spot for me. Maybe if you want to lay the half run in the first 5 is still heavily juiced. So I'm going to stay away. Maybe take a team total for the Twins if you really want to force an issue on the Twins side, but essentially I'm going to stay away.
That's what I was thinking here. You go team total, but the problem is over 4.5. I hate betting over 4.5. It is even money. JJ, again, we got 45 degrees. We got winds blowing out to right field at 20 miles an hour. I think all those lefties have got to be in play.
Sonny Gray chalk day, easy fade for me. Want no part of it. Looking at 40-50% ownership for Sonny Gray today at 10-4, which is insane. You want to talk about paying for the ceiling price of a player. I get it. Gray's been great. I don't know if I believe all this recent K upside as well. But needless to say, on a slate like this, that's bottom feeder to begin with in terms of all the rainouts and potential. I get why Gray's going to be this high, but yeah, absolutely no part of it. But to that point, I think if you're not going to play Sonny Gray, you should leverage yourself out a bit by playing some of these Twins bats. So at least you have some exposure for their win. But there's no scenario where I'm playing Sonny Gray at that price, at this ownership on a slate like this. So, play at your own risk. But dude's going to be super chalky today. Chalkiest pitcher by far on the slate.
What's your dad doing? What is this?
Could just ignore him.
I can't ignore anything. Look at Michael Ant. He's not happy. He obviously has never watched this show before. Talk more baseball, please. We'll get to it. We've got plenty of time, pal. Plenty of time. You know what? I'm going to talk more baseball because JJ has a play on the Angels and the Brewers. No Rendon, no Tyler Ward for the Angels today, JJ. What do you got?
Yeah, to me, that doesn't really matter. I think I'm getting the better pitch here. I know Colin Ray has been bad as well. And Jose Suarez, so here's the tough part for me with Suarez. If you're talking priors for him before the year, this dude's a consistent 3.5, 4 sub ERA dude. And if you look at the pitches that he throws, the mileage, it's not like he's dipped in velocity at all. So either it's something, either he's tipping his pitches or there's something mechanically wrong as far as location goes. But his ERA being this high doesn't even make any sense at all. And I know all his advanced numbers are terrible as well. The weighted open both sides, his xFIP, the hard hit rate. To me, it's just a matter of this is a decent spot for him to kind of throw a little better than he's been. And I do love this Angels lineup today, to be honest. I know that you got no Rendon. I don't care about Taylor Wood. He hasn't been playing well anyway. But up and down the lineup, I feel like I'm getting a better lineup here. And by the way, the Brewers pen has been absolutely taxed these last 2 days. They used their closer in both games. of this series, and they've used multiple of their middle relief guys throughout this series to close out these close games. Love the spot for the Angels. I think I'm getting a fresher pen for this game from them. I have the better lineup, and I do believe I have a better pitcher. All at a dog price, plus 110 is my favorite bet of the day. So yeah, that's where I fired Angels. Actually, well, I've got it plus 108, but I think it is plus 110 FanDuel, plus 105 DK. So shop around. But regardless, slight dog. I think Angels should be a slight favorite. Happy to jump on them as a slight dog today.
Joey, I think that was a good breakdown. So you got anything, or you want to move on?
No, I like it.
Okay. I know you got to play on the Yankees and Texas. I tailed that. Nestor Cortez, Martin Perez, 8.5 total. Yankees minus 125 on the road. Texas plus 105 at home. So where we want to go with this one, Joey Work?
Is that still the line?
Yeah. Rangers plus 105.
Okay.
Everywhere.
Yeah. I know I bet it last night. Okay, cool. So as a Yankee fan, I'm taking the fucking Rangers money line. Okay. The Yankees through this lineup is a double-A lineup. They've been throwing out there for the last week and a half. No Judge now because he's hurt. He probably goes on the IL. Obviously no Stanton. Obviously no Bader. I mean, DJ LeMahieu, Gleyber Torres are the 3, 4, 5 hitter. The bottom of the lineup, poopies. IKF can't hit the side of a fucking barn. Aaron Hicks is making an excuse to get dropped. Like, I think he's purposely losing games. Obviously, Nestor Cortez is pretty damn good. Not going to lie. This will probably be a low scoring affair, but I definitely like Texas's offense better here. Martin Perez is a guy I've been backing a lot this year. His velocity is up from last year, and actually the last 2 years, his velocity continues to go up. Both guys throw 4 or 5 picks mix. On the other end, the Yankees Nathan Eovaldi pitched yesterday for Texas. He threw a fucking complete game shutout, 9 innings yesterday. So, I mean, Texas' whole bullpen is rested. On the other end, Yankees, not so much. So I'm taking probably the better team thus far, better lineup. Starting pitching is basically a toss-up, better bullpen going into today. So I'm taking Texas Rangers money line plus 105, 110, wherever you can get it.
Just so everybody knows, if you do have something with Cleveland and Boston, tarp's off in Boston. So they're at least going to try and get that game in. Nabi, Weird Al Holden keeps pushing. So, Joey, I know you were just in Pittsburgh. You had some luck there. I did not have luck in Pittsburgh. I feel like every single woman there wears a Steelers jersey and is missing a tooth. You obviously went to the right place. Congratulations.
Thanks. I had a good time. Someone is missing some extensions. We'll just say that.
Do you know what that means, JJ?
I do not.
Yeah. I ripped them the fuck out. I ripped them the fuck out. That's what happened. Yeah. I got a nice video of it. It was on the side of my leg. I'm like, what the fuck is that? I pick it up like, oh, are you missing something? Here's your fucking hair extensions.
Did you kept going, right?
We were done.
You were done
for round 2. Yeah, we went for round 2 a little later, but
okay. Did she put the extension back in, or did she just take it off?
No, she's like, oh, I think it goes here. Oh, maybe not. I'm like, just get the fucking rid of this.
Okay. Diamondbacks, Rockies. The Diamondbacks are minus 125 favorites here in Colorado, where the weather is absolutely amazing. It's going to be around 70 today. That'll be nice. That's why the total's juiced up to 12. That and because Austin Gomber is on the mound. Either one. You know what? Let's start with JJ here. I know I have to go out of order. JJ, Diamondbacks, Rockies. This is not on the main slate for DFS, so we're not going to bother with that. But what do you think of that total at 12? Is there what would it take for you to bet an over of 12 at Coors Field? Does it take a lot?
No, because when the numbers make sense, it doesn't. It's a field that at times, to me, I still believe in the summer. You get a 95-degree day in Coors. I think you're going to see some 15.5s at this field this season with the lack of shifts and whatnot. But anyway, in this spot, I really wanted to bet the Rockies here, but man, they hurt my feelings so much last night. They had so many opportunities seemingly to score, but the game got out of hand so early that I don't know. Jared Blackman's played like dog shit, and he's not in the lineup today, which I guess is fine. But I really wanted to bet them today. But man, Austin Gomber's been so bad, and he's drawn a team in the Diamondbacks that has been slaying the ball in this series. Just not a spot that I want to actually fire on, but I wanted to just because it's very rare that you get an entire series from the Rockies at home where they just go lifeless with the bats. If they go lifeless again here, that would be very rare for this group. But I'm not going to try to martingale this series. I'll just end it here. But yeah, a gun to my head definitely would be Rockies for me, no Diamondbacks.
Joey Work, what are your thoughts on the total
agree.
here?
I agree. Rockies are pass here. Rockies lineup definitely looks better. The bottom of this Arizona lineup is
Chris Bryant. No Chris Bryant.
No Chris Bryant. I mean, the young guy for Arizona's not in there either.
Yeah.
Well, he got hurt. Yeah, he got hurt yesterday.
Yeah, bottom four of this lineup looks ugly for Arizona. I definitely prefer the Rockies here, but I don't know. Can I trust Austin Gomber? That's really the question. Probably going to be some runs here. I know it's an early game, but obviously we are in Coors Field, and you cannot, if you're pitting an under in Coors Field, you better hold your nose, especially with these two starting pitchers on the hill. So I expect runs. I prefer the Rockies at a nice little dog price.
Absolutely shocking that last road trip they went on, because they just scored a ton of runs after doing nothing at Coors Field.
I mean, I know, like last week you were like, oh, the Rockies are so bad. The Rockies are not one of the worst teams in baseball. They just started bad. They play in Coors Field, so they're going to start scoring. They're about 500 team, maybe a little under 500.
If they go 500 at home, that's just normally what they do. Real quick, I know we had someone in chat saying the roof is open at Globe Life for the Rangers game, and it is. And by the way, only standing room only. It's going to be a monster crowd there for that game against the Yankees. Yeah.
Sunday, I love it. Good.
Standing room only, roof
Let's
open.
go Rangers.
I mean, Yankees are in town. It's the draw, baby. Let's go.
That's
right. We're on the Rangers.
I think this is one of the first times I can ever remember Joey fading the Yankees.
That's not true.
Yeah, he fades the Yankees a bit. I always look at it though. I'm like, holy shit, Joey's fading the Yankees. That's impressive. Do you want to pub the site again, Joey? Because you do it better than anyone.
Fading my
Yeah, JJ's Yankees. JJ, who's actually your team? The Mariners?
I don't even consider. So here's the thing. Fan is short for fanatic. I'm not by any means a Seattle Mariner fanatic. It's nice when they're winning. I don't care when they're losing. So call me a quarter fan of the Seattle Mariners.
Okay, cool. So that's like your team. If you had to pick a favorite team, it would be
correct. 100%. If I had to pick a team, it would be them. And why? Because A-Rod started over there.
Copy. Right. Like Holden Kushner. Yep. Okay. Cool. All right. Run Pure Bets, runpuresports.com. You could sign up with code WORK15. You get all my plays, all JJ's plays. Everyone else is putting Tyler spread, Big T's putting plays on the sheet all the time. I mean, winners every day, fully tracked, every play fully tracked. Again, I mean, I'm just talking about the bet side. Never mind the fucking DFS side, which absolutely smashes day in, day out. There's fucking screenshots in the Discord every single day. You get private access to their Discord. You can message Holden whenever you want. You guys got this bad shit to say about him? Just DM him it. Just DM him in the Discord. He answers all his DMs. So sign up, Run Pure Bets, runpuresports.com. Promo code WERK15.
Yeah, I'm holding the Discord. It's not very tough to find me. So if you got a problem, hit me up. And do it tomorrow, though. I'll be in a better mood tomorrow. No question. I don't want to say something stupid today. Also, Kegger, not Sports Keg. Kegger in the Discord. Joey Work used the word poopies. I fucking love it.
Yeah, it's in my vocabulary. Yeah,
actually, that made me smile. Poopies. So, Giants. This is great. Giants Padres. Like I said, I think every team should play in Mexico City. If you think Coors Field is at elevation, they're at 5,200. I'm at 6,400. Mexico City's at 7,300. So you hit a fly ball there, boom, it's gone. 66 degrees and massive elevation. But all right, boys, we got to talk about this total. It's 20. it's a 20 total. Again, Joey, I'll go to you here. Can you bet the over in this game?
Yeah, fucking bet the over.
At
Put
20?
a little bit on it. Put a little bit on it and just watch the game. Like, I'm not telling you risk a full unit. Put like a quarter unit on it. Watch the fucking game and just root for home runs. I mean, at 20, yeah, Alex Cobb versus fucking Darvish, they're both going to pitch to contact. There's going to be fucking homers galore. I mean, they're going to score fucking 30 runs in this game. And then they're going to bring back next year. They're going to play 5 series in fucking Mexico City.
I hope they play 10 series there.
Both bullpens got rattled yesterday, so don't worry about them.
JJ, what's it going to take for you to bet
here's what I'll tell you. If I'm a pitcher pitching in this park, I'm getting sick, or I'm getting a cold, or I'm getting something major. Maybe I'll dislocate my own elbow. I don't want to start. I don't want to start at this stadium because there's just nothing good that can come out of it. If I'm in the bullpen too, like I want no part of. Like teams should be calling up their AAA dudes to just nuke them on this park. I mean, you're gonna blow up people's ERAs. Did you see some of the ERAs yesterday of these poor guys just getting ripped apart on balls that are typically infield fly balls that are getting carried out of the stadium? So for me, I do agree with Joey. Why not? You could definitely bet the over here. I know that it's a 5-run padding from yesterday, and if you're talking value, you're not really getting it, but this stadium's wild. And you probably wouldn't even feel safe if the game was 5-5 in the 6th or 5-5 in the 7th. There's just runs galore. It felt like every inning it's like 2 or 3 runs each. But yeah, no, it's a fun game. Hopefully folks get to watch it. And I think Tatis is a coin flip for a home run. How fun is that? So yeah, ultimately, enjoy the game. You want to throw some cheese on it? Great. You want to wait to bet a live number? Great, whatever. But no, I wouldn't be scared of the 20.5 number. The altitude there is pretty nuts.
I don't know why he's bringing it up, but Casey Dumar's had a bad Mexican burrito. What other type of burritos are there? I mean, if you're going to eat a burrito, it's got to be from Mexico. They make the best. Simple as that. I'm not a burrito guy, though, JJ. I don't eat burritos. I'd rather have an enchilada or some chips and salsa. That's about it. What's your go-to Mexican food that makes you shit?
So quesadillas, they don't make me shit, though. My body's been programmed for them. But yeah, no, definitely steak quesadillas do it for me. Maybe wash them down with a tequila and drink of sorts. Not a big tequila guy. Joey, I know, is a big tequila guy.
Oh, big tequila guy.
But yeah, definitely quesadilla for me or burrito bowl from our local friends at Chipotle.
Do you have tequila every time you eat Mexican food, JJ? Joey, I should say.
Every time, probably close to it. I'll drink tequila when I'm not eating Mexican food.
Burrito's not a traditional Mexican dish. What the fuck is it? Seriously, please explain. Beat Nerd TV. That's okay. Casey was making a joke there. He goes, I had a bad burrito. That's what the bullpen guys would be saying.
That was a joke.
All right.
It went over.
You got to explain it. Reds, A's. Now, we still agree that the A's are the worst team in baseball, right? Nick Lodolo and the Reds visiting Oakland against Ken Waldichuk, 8.5 total. Reds minus 150 on the road. You can get the A's at plus 130. I mean, they got to win one game, right? What do you want to do with this, or just a complete fade, Joey Work?
Yeah, I'm going to stay away. I do like Lodolo here, but I think Waldichuk, he's definitely due for some positive regression his way. I know he's not been great, but most of his starts have been on the road and they've been bad. His last start at home, he pitched 5 scoreless innings versus the Cubs. So I do expect him to pitch, a couple good starts here and there. He was a pretty high prospect that Yankees traded for the starter they got over from Oakland at the end last year. Lodolo has really good stuff too, but eventually, if you can't locate it, he's going to have a lot of problems. He's been walking batters at a high clip. He's been giving up a lot of homers. Again, he does play in the Great American Small Park. His one time he pitched outside of the Great American Small Park, 7 innings, no earned, 12 strikeouts. So this is probably an under game. First 5 under I prefer because I don't want to mess with either of these bullpens. But so that'll be the lean, but I'm going to stay away.
Okay. JJ, you want to touch this thing?
Strong lean under there.
Oh, really?
The only thing that concerns me is so Lodolo's velo is a bit down this year than last. I'm not sure if it's just too small sample, but it's down over a mile per hour on all his pitches. But still his K rate's sky high, his walk rate's sky high. He's giving up a lot of hard contact. So it's, to Joey's point, it's like he's got good stuff, but clearly having issues locating it. And on the other end, if you just look at these lineups, like both teams platooned a bunch of righties, and these lineups look absolutely disastrous. Not that they don't normally look great anyway, but so strong lean under. You're in a very pitchers friendly park. It would be a correction spot for both these arms. They have the opportunity to anyway.
Uncle T's in the house.
Let's go.
Look at that. He purposefully left 2 people off the list. Hi, Alex. How are you?
He texted me that I've been having a great show, Holden. So we actually only left one person off the list.
Oh, he sent me a naked photo.
Wow.
So you didn't get one. I got a nude photo from him. What do you think?
I don't know.
I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send it to you right now. It's
slide in, Holden.
Yeah. It's tough to find something. Cardinals, Dodgers, Noah Syndergaard. If you're playing like the later slate, just load up on some Cardinals that could steal some bases. Jake Woodford against Noah Syndergaard. Cards plus 125 on the road. Dodgers minus 145. Joey Work, there's no question. This Dodgers team just isn't the same as it's been. And if you think they're great, I think they're living off a reputation at this point. Talk to me about this game.
Yeah, I think they're a little better with Will Smith, Max Muncy because they were out for a couple games. I guess everyone got pregnant at the same time on this Dodgers team, so they were out all on paternity leave. But they are back here. When Hayward was back in the 3-hole, that team is unbettable. But Jake Woodford sucks. I've said this 47 times. This guy sucks. He was a career bullpen guy. He fucking throws 92 miles an hour. He's got 2-3 pitches at max. I mean, he's a bullpen guy. He's not a starter. We tried the starter. Tried to trash him out to a starter this year. How's it gone? He's got absolutely shelled every start. Syndergaard on the other end, not really a guy I trust either. That's why the under-over, we set it at 10 here in Dodger Stadium, that's pretty high for Dodger Stadium. Wind is blowing out again. It's going to be nice there. If you want to take St. Louis, St. Louis team total over first 5 maybe, or first 5, maybe you take the first 5 over. Because St. Louis's bullpen has been really, really good thus far this year. I don't really trust the Dodgers bullpen either, but I mean, I'm definitely lean with the over. I cannot trust either starting pitcher. I trust Syndergaard over Jake Woodford, and that ain't saying much.
Okay, JJ, you want to talk about the Cards and the Dodgers?
You think the Dodgers regret anything of getting Syndergaard? It felt like a team that consistently fixes pitching, but you inherit a guy that absolutely can't get where people can steal bases on him at regular. And he's just really struggling in this system where you see it all the time. Like Tyler Anderson goes somewhere else and he sucks again. I forgot the other guy that's in. I think he's in Texas now. That was in LA. That also sucks. One of the. Yeah, I mean, there's just been so many. But the Dodgers seem to correct pitching, but Syndergaard not so much. But I do agree with Joey. Just we talk about the wrong place at the wrong time. He was good out of the pen seemingly last year, and now they're trying to make him a starter. Hasn't been working. You'd be interested to see when they roll that back. But no strong take here. Hoping to see Syndergaard have some success because I thought this would be the kind of spot where he could with LA, but still hasn't been the case.
All right, one game left, and then Joey Work is going to sell the site like you've never heard before. Like button would be great if you like anything about the show. If you don't like anything about the show, I don't care. Just hit the like button because it makes magic. It'll be good mojo for you today. Sunday Night Baseball will not be watching this game. There's got to be other things to do. Phillies Astros, pretty good matchup though. Bailey Falter and Urquidy. Astros minus 145, Phillies plus 125, total a hearty 9, juice to the under at minus 120. Joey Work, you'll be watching this game? Maybe, maybe not. Phillies Astros, what do you got?
No, I'm not watching this game. Yeah. I'll be working. But with that said, both these guys, advanced numbers, both starters' advanced numbers have been really bad thus far. As we can tell, their service numbers not great either. This is in Houston. I prefer Houston probably lineup thus far, but Houston is still like playing 500 baseball. If they're missing one of the big hogs out of the lineup, this team can get blanked at times at a mention. Bailey Falter on the other end. Obviously, Houston's pretty damn good reverse lefty as well. So Bailey Falter not really a guy I trust. He doesn't walk anybody, which is his best attribute. Otherwise, he's fucking doesn't strike anybody out. He's getting hit all over the place, almost giving up 500 slugging percentage against. So I do expect runs here. Sunday night baseball. I know historically it's more been an under spot. I'm going to probably just stay away. I'm not going to watch it. We got plenty of other opportunities to make money on this card. Yeah.
JJ, don't you remember last year, like every game went over for 3 months on Sunday Night Baseball? We're just not getting that right now.
I said under, yeah.
Yeah,
it was definitely quite a lengthy stretch. I think so. Overall for runs tonight, I do like Philly spot. I think you could probably get their number at like 4-ish. I guess it could move pending their lineup. But the main reason is your Urquidy has been a reverse splits pitcher most of his career, and Philly just is loaded with right-handed bats. I think that they give themselves a few opportunities. You could even do first 5 over what probably be 1.5 at heavy vig for them. But again, the primary reason there is to avoid the Houston Astros pen, which hasn't been great either. It's just interesting, right? To see the Astros kind of being a mid-team thus far, the Dodgers a mid-team thus far. It's early in the year, though, right? No need to go crazy overreacting. But your Urquidy in this spot, a guy that struggles with same side bats is from the right side. Philly, assuming you get an opening day lineup for them today or near it. I like them to get on the board a few times instead of trying to figure out who wins. I think Philly has plenty of runners in scoring position today, and hopefully that leads to runs.
What do you think of Phillies team total 3.5 minus 135? Maybe you can find better juice somewhere else, but you like that 3.5?
Yeah, but like I said, I think they're super live to score runs today. You could split it though, because I'm sure FanDuel will have 4 plus 100. Usually when that happens, when DK's got 3.5 through 135, FanDuel will lay the flat number, and you could split it so you're saving some vig there. Obviously, they need 5 runs out of Philly, but it does save you vig in the long run.
All right. Not a funny show today. Very good information, though. It was more of a serious show. So for you that were complaining about that, you got serious picks from Joey Work. You got serious picks from JJ, my best bet, first 5. With the Tribe today, you can't call them the Tribe, right? With the Guardians today, plus 105. They did take the tarp off. That's good. What's your best bet, Joey Work?
So I got 2 best bets. I'm going full game over 8 or 8.5. Orioles versus Tigers, and Rangers money line plus 105.
JJ, best bet.
Angels is a slight dog plus 108. Love the spot.
JJ, we're going to have Joey Work just plug the site one more time, then we'll get out of here. Let's go, Joey Work. Bring it.
What's the matter, JJ?
I just love how he had to tell me that before he just said Joey Work's going to end the show. Like
I didn't want you thinking I left you out of the show.
Trust me. You'll never hurt my feelings. Go for it, Joey.
Hit the like button. I don't know why we got 700 people watching. We only got 150 likes. Hit the fucking like button. We don't ask for much, okay? Run Pure Sports, runpurebets.com. The best in the DFS space in the world, okay? And then we got bets on our side too. How many times I got to tell you, I'm up over 16 fucking and a half units, and it hasn't even been a month in baseball, okay? If we continue this, you guys will pay off your house by the end of the year. Sign up, work 15 right here. WERK 15 is the promo code. I don't know what to tell you. I appreciate you all. Much love.
I don't think there's anything else to say. So just go sign up for the site and have a wonderful afternoon.